Hey guys, Loot Wizard here with another video on Gems of War, and it is the first Friday of the month, and I'm staying up late to do this video because I'm going to be busy tomorrow, so yeah, let's get right into this. This is the new Mythic troop for November, King Bloodwood. It is a Forest of Thorns troop, and it is considered an elemental and a fae. Now, as for its ability, it deals 29 heavy splash damage to an enemy boosted by entangled and bleeding enemies. Now, the boost ratio is an 8. So, for every enemy that is entangled or bleeding, you will do an extra 8 damage, which could be quite a bit if all 4 of the enemy troops are entangled or bleeding. Plus, if you might be able to gain even more of a bonus if you stack the entangling and the bleeding. So you might be able to get a really high damage with that. But then it also steals 10 life from all enemies. So that's great because stealing life is different than true damage, although it still is considered true damage. But it takes life away from the enemy troops and adds it to your troop. So, in my opinion, stealing life is even better than just raw true damage. So, yeah, this might actually turn out to be an interesting troop to use. Its mana color is yellow, green, and brown, and it has a 23 mana cost, which is a little odd. Usually they're 22 or 24, sometimes 20, but this one happens to be 23. Now, if we look at its traits, we have the first one is allied elementals gain 2 life. Then we have reduced damage from skulls by 33%, which is pretty good for it, it's not bad. Then finally, entangle and inflict bleed on a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. Now that is going to be great with this troop because its damage is boosted by entangled and bleeding enemies. So you're going to want to set up this troop with something like Apothecary or some other troop that can change one color of gem into another color, so you can consistently get 4 or 5 matches, and that will allow this troop to do a lot more damage. Now, also, one thing to consider, it does take brown mana, so this troop may work pretty well with Mountain Crusher. Since Mountain Crusher does also create a dust storm, you will be getting 4 or 5 matches quite often with that, so you will be able to entangle and inflict bleed on quite a few enemies doing that. So, yeah. I won't know until I use this troop, but just looking at its ability here and its traits, I think it will be a little above average Mythic troop. So the goal here is I'm going to be opening keys to try to get this Mythic troop. So let's go to the chess icon here. And I usually start with glory keys first, and then I move on to gem keys. And if I don't get it in gem keys, then I go to VIP. But tonight I'm thinking of doing something a little different. I'm thinking of hanging on to my glory keys and just trying to get it with the gem keys here. Now, one thing to know, guys, is that I don't think I've ever mentioned this in any of my other videos, but one thing is that if you go up to the little question mark here on each one of these keys, so if we go into glory keys and we click on the question mark, it'll actually show us the drop rates of the different troops. So with glory keys, we have a 0.01% chance that a mythic troop will drop, and we have a 0.5% chance of a legendary. Now this is really low rate here for mythics. I have gotten a few from glory keys before, but yeah, that is a really low rate. So if we go here to gem keys, Let's see what the rate is for this. The rate is 0.1% for Mythic troops. So it's quite a bit more of a chance to get a Mythic troop in your gem keys. And just to be thorough here, under the event keys, you actually have just a little bit more of a chance to get Mythics. Not much. But you don't want to be using event keys to get the monthly Mythic, because you'll only get, you'll have a chance to get a different Mythic. Whatever, for event keys, whatever kingdom it says here, then the Mythic of that kingdom is what you're going to get with the event keys. So, but Glory Gem and VIP keys and guild keys too. And we can go in here and just look and see what the chances are under guild keys. You have a 0.02% chance to get Mythics. So you have double the chance of getting a Mythic troop from your guild chest keys from your glory keys. If you look here, it's 0.01. If you go back to guild chests, it is 0.02%. So it doubled there. But under gem keys, you have a 0.1% chance. So gem keys are your best chance to get Mythic troops, unless you have unlocked VIP keys, which has the highest rate of Mythic troops dropping at a 1%. So if we go back to gem keys, at 0.1%, so you have a 10 times more chance to get a Mythic troop from VIP keys than you do from gem keys. But VIP keys, obviously, you have to pay real money to be able to unlock those, and then once you do unlock them, they still cost gems, and quite a few gems at that for 50 chests. Yeah, sorry guys if that was a lot of back and forth stuff, but I don't think I've ever covered the drop rates in a video like this before, so I figured I'd take the time to do that before I start opening, just so you guys know what your chances are of getting a Mythic troop out of these different keys. So I'm going to start with gem keys, since that's really my best choice before VIP keys. So let's go right into it here. I'm going to do 50 at a time, and hopefully we'll get lucky with our gem keys and we won't have to go to VIP. Usually if it doesn't drop within like the first 500, I'm probably not going to get it out of gem keys this month. And we're under 1,000 gem keys. We still don't have it. Still don't have it. Yeah, it's taking a little time to process this sometimes, because a lot of people right now are trying to open chests to get this, because the server just reset about 15 minutes ago. I don't like that odd number on there. You know, it really does like save you keys if you do one at a time. It just takes you a really long time to open all of your keys. But I don't know if I'm going to be lucky enough to actually get the Mythic with gem keys this time around. So, I don't know. I will open up some glory keys. What the heck? Why not? You know what? I'll go down until I get to 500 gem keys. If I don't get it in that, we'll open a VIP. I usually get the Mythic within 200 to 300 gem keys. But yeah, not this time. Nah. It's really being a tough customer here. Got a spooky imp. Alright. Should we open VIPs? I got 29,000 gems. I guess we can open one. And we'll see what happens. We'll see. I haven't opened a VIP chest in a while. I think it's been like 2 months since I've opened a VIP chest. I did not get the Mythic Troop, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legendaries. Go through our glory keys here. Wouldn't that be funny if I did end up getting it in the glory keys after I opened a VIP chest? It would be funny. Oh, we didn't get it in there. Go for a whopping 200 gem keys. Seriously? Is this thing gonna drop or not? Wow. This is finally. Wow. Wow. Okay. I think that was the most keys that I've ever had to go through to get a Mythic Troop. So there it is. We got it. Finally. Alright. Now that I'm really low on keys here, I went through like 1,000 gem keys. Went through like 2,000 glory keys, and I went through 50 chests of VIP. And yeah, so there we have it, guys. I got the new Mythic, and I will have to make a team around it, see how it works out, and do another video on that perhaps. So yeah, thanks for watching as always, guys, and later.